sleepless nights since the breakup, that crushing end of the world feeling, tired of just being sad, feeling empty? Are you ready to finally move on and reclaim your joy? Because deep down, you probably already know that healing isn't just about waiting for time to pass. It's truly about making the right decisions every single day, guided by the right strategies. Welcome to the Unbeatable Heart podcast. I'm your host, Banuel Dogaiman. Like so many of you listening, I've walked through the absolute fire of a painful breakup. It's a feeling I wouldn't wish on anyone, and it's what led me to dedicate myself to understanding the path to true, lasting healing for years, drawing from my studies in NLP and countless hours researching and applying heart healing methodologies. I've been figuring out what truly works. It's knowledge I share daily with our incredible community of over 50,000 people in our Facebook support group. I started this journey because I genuinely believe that everyone, and I mean everyone, deserves to heal. This isn't just about getting over your ex. It's about building a life you absolutely love, a life where your own happiness comes first. This podcast is dedicated to helping you do just that. Heal your broken heart while actively rebuilding your self-esteem and rediscovering your worth. So, who's this podcast actually for? It's for you if you're going through a tough breakup or divorce right now. If you're looking for real support, some solid advice from someone who gets it, and most importantly, actual steps you can take to start healing and really move on, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about one of the strangest and most confusing feelings after a breakup. It's the moment you realize you don't just miss your ex, you miss yourself. You know the feeling. You go to tell a story and start to say we, but you have to catch yourself and say I. You look at your weekend, and it's a giant empty space with no plans that used to be filled with shared routines. You think about your favorite hobbies, your favorite restaurants, the shows you love to watch, and you're hit with a confusing question. Were those things mine or were they ours? Without them as your reflection, you start to question who you are on your own. You feel like you're not as interesting, not as fun. This is the half a person feeling, and it is incredibly common. You've spent so long building a shared identity that your individual identity has become blurry, and now you feel lost. I know this feeling intimately because I lived it. In my recent relationship, all of my dreams were shared. All of my goals were with her. I truly believed we would be together forever, so my identity wasn't just me anymore. It was us. We were a team, and everything I planned for my future had her standing right there in it. When we broke up, it felt like my whole world lost its meaning. It wasn't just that the relationship was over. The future we had planned together was gone too, and I felt like there was nothing left of me. I had to rebuild myself from absolute zero. But here's the thing I learned. It was a great zero. It was a painful, terrifying, but ultimately powerful opportunity to start over, day by day. Because of the lessons I was forced to learn, because I had no choice but to rely on myself, I grew into a person who is so much stronger, more confident, and more optimistic than I ever was before. I believe in myself and my ability to build an even better future because I learned how. That breakup was a painful gift. It was a hard lesson, but it was a good one. And that brings us to the most important mindset shift you need to make right now. You are not an empty house, haunted by the ghost of your past relationship. You're a blank canvas. The old painting has been removed, and yes, the wall is bare. It might feel bare and empty right now, but a bare wall isn't a tragedy. It's an opportunity. You now have the incredible, terrifying, beautiful freedom to paint whatever you want. Think about it. For the first time in a long time, you don't have to compromise on what movie to watch. You don't have to negotiate what to have for dinner. You get to be 100% selfish with your time and your energy. Losing your old identity isn't a loss, it's a graduation. You've completed that course of your life, and now you get to choose your next subject. So, how do you start painting on that blank canvas? How do you begin to rediscover who you are? It starts with a simple 3-step rediscovery process. First, ask yourself what you used to love. This is about reconnecting with the person you were before the relationship. Get out a piece of paper and ask yourself, what did I love to do when I was a teenager? What music did I listen to? What did I enjoy doing on my own before I met my ex? Make a list. It could be anything: listening to a certain band, hiking, reading sci-fi novels, playing video games, drawing. This isn't about committing to anything right now. It's just about remembering. It's an archaeological dig into your own past to find the pieces of you that you may have forgotten. Second, try something new with no pressure. This is about exploring new potential interests. For the next month, I want you to challenge yourself to try one new small thing each week. The key here is that it has to be low stakes and low effort. This isn't about finding your new lifelong passion. It's about exercising your curiosity muscle. Listen to a new type of podcast. Cook one new recipe. Visit a park in your town you've never been to. Watch a documentary on a topic you know nothing about. The goal is simply to be curious again. And third, learn to enjoy your own company. This is a critical step. You have to learn to not just tolerate being alone, but to actively enjoy it. The best way to do this is to schedule one solo date for yourself. It can be incredibly simple. Take a book to a coffee shop for an hour. Go to a movie by yourself. Go to a museum or a bookstore. The most important rule is that you must treat it like a real date. Put your phone away. Don't scroll. Be present with yourself and your surroundings. This simple act proves to your brain that you can be your own source of happiness and entertainment. Now, those 3 steps are about exploration. They are about gathering information about who you might be. But self-esteem isn't just about what you like, it's about what you do. And that brings us to the most powerful part of this process, the power of a promise. Self-esteem isn't something you find or something someone gives you. It is something you build, and you build it brick by keeping promises to yourself. Right now, your trust in yourself might be low. You might be questioning your own choices, your self-worth, asking yourself, am I good enough? So we need to start rebuilding it with tiny, almost laughably small promises. I'm talking about promises so small you cannot fail. For example, tomorrow morning, the moment my alarm goes off, I will put my feet on the floor. I will drink 1 full glass of water before I have my coffee. I will go for a 5-minute walk after work. Here's why this is so powerful. Every single time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind. That message is, I'm reliable. I'm someone who shows up for myself. I'm trustworthy. This is the absolute bedrock of rebuilding your self-worth. It's how you prove to yourself, through action, that you are someone worth believing in. So, your invitation for this week is to practice the power of a promise. Your task is to choose one tiny, simple promise you can make to yourself for tomorrow. Not for the week, just for tomorrow. Write it down on a piece of paper tonight. When you do it tomorrow, I want you to consciously take a moment, acknowledge it, and say to yourself, I kept my promise. That's it. Start building that mountain of self-trust, one small, solid stone at a time. The most exciting relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. And if you feel lost right now, it just means you're in the early stages of getting to know this new, stronger version of you. Be patient. Be curious. You are not broken. You're a work in progress, building a stronger you. You didn't lose half of yourself in the breakup. You just got all of yourself back. Now, go have some fun meeting the new you. So, we reached to the end of another episode. As you already know, healing is a journey, and it's so much more powerful when we walk it together. If you're looking for a private, supportive space to connect with others who truly get what you're going through, to share your wins and your struggles, and to get ongoing encouragement from a community that genuinely cares, then I'd love for you to join our incredible Facebook group. You can find the direct link to join us right there in the episode description of this podcast. Just tap on that and you're in. And of course, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our upcoming episodes. Remember, you are so much stronger than you think, and your brightest days are ahead. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing,